Casa Obispo.
I'm sitting here in Casa Obispo, and it's a colonial style house, apartment, if you will. And I thought I'd show you around. Hi, I'm Dennis from Groove Art. I make music while wandering the world. Check out the links below and listen to some of my original music. Today, I'm going to spend a bit more time talking to you a little bit about this place, Casa Obispo, which I come to quite often in Havana, Cuba. So let me show you around. So lots of beautiful colonial furniture in here. This is all original. Well, start here. There's original floor. And the ceiling is probably reasonably original. It's been painted here a little bit. And this molding, they probably recreated it after the fact. This building is over 100 years old, as you can imagine. So some stuff is newer, but this floor is original. I've seen some photos of this building being, I think it was like a fabrication shop for shoes. But the building is much bigger than what this casa is. This casa, this little apartment, has 4 rooms in it. And the building has been cut up. So there's actually a twin of this building, or of this casa, right next door. You can actually see on the other side of this fence here. I'll show you out on the deck. You'll see its twin. I'll try and get another view of that here. There's the same amount of room on the other side, but over the years they started cutting up these buildings so that they would be a bit more usable to current needs. Okay, so here's the living room. Common area here for people to gather and chat. This is where Leo, my host and friend, will brief guests and tell them a little bit about Havana, what to expect, where to exchange money, all that good stuff. And this is where he'll serve breakfast if you order it from him. Okay, so this is where a lot of guests will enjoy their breakfast. He'll also make dinner if you ask for that. But this is the living room from looking out towards the balcony. Here's a little kitchen area here. All right, so I think that's it for the living room. It's a large space. It takes me a few seconds to get across from one end to the other. So this is Obispo room. They name all the rooms here with a name, and this happens to be the name of the street that this casa is on. So let's go over here and take a look. So it looks like we have a double bed and a single bed, so they can accommodate 3 people in here. These beautiful old style doors and a very big cabinet. There's even a security box here. And we look right out onto, as promised, we look right out onto Obispo Street, which is going to look like this. So there's a big long balcony here, and it's shared along with the main room, the living room, which is just to our left there. We'll go in there in a little bit. We'll go back there in a bit. But this is Obispo Street. Okay, so this is Obispo room. Doesn't usually look like this when I'm in here. Each room has a bathroom, private bathroom, so that's what this looks like in here. Bathroom where they'll shower in here. Little mini bar fridge. And my favorite part is this desk. Doesn't usually look this clean, but I've cleaned it up so I can shoot this video. Normally it looks like this. So this is what it looks like when I am all set up here. It's usually a messier version of this, but this is my little music work area, and I'll actually produce a fair amount of ideas here just with this little setup. You may have seen my gear review, my traveling gear review, and this is a great example of a typical setup that I'll have when I'm on the road and I don't have access to my main gear. Still a little bit more in here. I love these old antique lamps. That's what actually this one looks like when it's lit up. Beautiful finishing on the ceiling. So I'll turn these guys on here. All right, let's continue on and take a look at upstairs. There's another room here called Havana room. This one does not have a balcony. Leo actually stays in there, so we're not going to go in there. He's staying in there for now. It is available for rent, and he would just move out of there for the time being. All right, so let's continue on up. So there's actually a second level here, and we have some stairs that lead up. There was a big renovation here about 10 years ago. These stairs didn't exist. Some rather steep stairs. And these are going to get us to the rooms upstairs, obviously. And again, going by the names, we have this one called Miramar. So these are names of neighborhoods around here. And then we have one called Vedado. And let's go in. There's nobody in here right now, so let's go take a look. And this is what it looks like. So this one has 2 double beds. So we can accommodate 4 people in here. And there is actually a shared balcony here. I don't have the keys to go out here. Oh, no, that's just a window. We'll go out there when I get a key. But it's a shared balcony out there. Shared with whom, you might ask? Well, potentially your neighbor. So this is probably one of the only casas around here that has a connecting room. So here we have a couple of double beds as we've seen, but if we open up this door, we connect to another room. There is another security door here if you need privacy. So each side has their own door. So that's your door on the left, and this is the other person's door on the right, which I'm going to open up here. And we get to a couple more beds. This time we have a double and a single, so we can accommodate 3 here. But it's very handy if you have a family with kids and you want to take possibly this room and put the kids in the one behind me. Keep the doors open, or if you want, keep them closed. And of course, if there's 2 separate parties, we can close those doors off. And you have your security there, your privacy. Again, I don't think I can get out here because I don't have the key. I'll have to come out here another day. But this is effectively what it looks like out here. It's a shared patio, and that overlooks Obispo Street. Okay, so that's about it there. We're back in Miramar. There's a bathroom here. Nothing special, other than it's a private bathroom. Shower in behind there. Private bathroom, and again, there's a private bathroom on this side as well. So each room gets a bathroom. And there you go. In this cabinet here, we might have some of my stuff in here right now, no? Lots of room for suitcases in here. This is Vedado room. It's probably the slightly bigger one of the two between Miramar and Vedado. There's your security box. So that's it. Connecting rooms. Casa Obispo, come and see Leo. He'd love to see you. He's a great host, a great friend of mine. And he'll look after you as he looks after me.
El único.
Sí.
Único.
Aquí, cerveza de Cuba. The best beer in Cuba. De tu casa. Vamos a hacer algo con el balcón ahora.
Por favor, encienda la luz afuera.